Thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimp Gas. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimp Gas. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimp Gas. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimp Gas. We done stepped in. And we are now recording. I haven't exhaled like this in a while. Just to let you know, you are here with the Velvet Vibes podcast. You're speaking with and listening to the Velvet Juggernaut. You might wonder why I'm exhaling so much. It's not because we're taking off in an airplane or taking off in a Greyhound. We're here with the whole posse. We've got Lynneopoly on the soundboards. We can make those sounds for her.
Hey,
We have here the ScorpionKing. Talk to him, baby.
No, it's a baby.
Talk to him, baby. That's correct. Look, Southern style. Talk to him, baby.
You say wood.
We ain't from the woods. Talk about
What's happening?
well, and then we have the Sawildchild. Oh, the wild animal child. What is it?
animal style.
The wild wild animal style child. Tell them who you are.
Sawildchild, animal style.
If you watch this on YouTube, you will find out why it's morphing time in this motherfucker. You are speaking with the Velvet Juggernaut. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to. Hold on, there's more people in the house. You know it. We have our sponsor here to talk about it themselves. 500 Vodka in the building. Y'all talk about it.
I'm Teya.
I'm Kyle. We are the owners of 500 Vodka, San Antonio-based company. We have 3 products. We have a neutral, we have a strawberry, lime, and a coconut pineapple vodka.
Why drink 500 Vodka? Glad you asked. It's gluten-free, corn-based, and 500 Vodka offers 3 outstanding products that are unmatched in the market today. Superior Ultra Premium Neutral and Combo Flavored Vodkas, 500 Coconut Pineapple, and 500 Strawberry Lime. Drink sexy. Drink responsibly. Drink 500 Vodka.
That just made me wonder why I don't have a cup in my hand. We're going to fix this problem immediately. One thing we're going to do here, because I know that they have some missions, because that's how business goes. That's how you do good business. So I will go ahead and give shout-outs in advance. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to everybody that's sitting home with your legs crossed. Shout out to you if you're listening in the gym. Shout out if you're listening butt naked. However your style is, make sure to enjoy this podcast. Y'all got any shout-outs or anybody that need it?
I don't know. I think you just covered stuff, bro. I don't even know that.
Shout out to all y'all. 500, do y'all got some shout-outs for anybody that...
Shout out to the people with drinking problems.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. Don't worry about it.
We all here for you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. We sure appreciate that.
I think I had a session last month.
Oh my God. So, since we got them in the house, we do want to get to the shits early here. We have ourselves a little taste test. We want to play a little game called 500 or Nah.
Why you use the camera like that, though? Like, it'll be rough.
500 or Nah.
You killing me, yo.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to give the engineer a moment to prepare these beverages.
So, what is this? Is it like?
So, I'll talk about this.
Yes, please.
I'll go ahead and, what's the word? Expound upon it. So, when we say 500 or Nah, it's always great when you're in the presence of a business owner, especially when you're with someone that stands by the product And it's always even better when it's someone who knows that product. So we have here numerous vodkas in the building. We kept it with base vodka, no flavors, straight vodka, this kind, this brand, that brand, whatever they may be. If you're a bad motherfucker, and I'm not going to go ahead and say I'm not that bad motherfucker, but if you do sip it and it's not 500, if you could say what it is, we'll accept that. If you can't, cool. If you just know it's not 500, that's cool too. Or is 500. Round one.
So how many rounds are
there?
there?
I was like, why is it like 6 rounds over there?
Come on now.
I will say they're not full
Same
shots.
one. They all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. They all the same one. So
Who poured it? Because some people be having heavy hands. I don't know.
You don't gotta take the whole shot.
Yeah, we just want you to taste it.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to kill it or something,
This
that's
is like a quarter of a shot. I don't know. Like, by the end of this, who driving? We all gonna have a pallet on the floor, bro. Just know that.
Hold on. Tell us when to do it.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get to smell it.
Yeah, do whatever you have to do.
This is definitely not 500.
Do whatever you gotta do.
I ain't even gotta taste this and know it's not 500. This is like a taco vibe or something. Like, hot that heat.
Now I get it.
That's the knob part. I don't even want to drink it. I'm nervous.
Can I guess that
So,
much?
what do you think it is? What brand?
I think that one's absolute.
Oh, hold on, but we got brands.
I'm gonna give everybody a chance.
Go ahead and kill it.
I can give you options too, if y'all need options.
Hit it. Watch it. Absolute's not even on there.
So, New Amsterdam, Grey Goose,
No, is that Grey Goose?
That is not Amsterdam.
Smirnoff, or 500.
This is Smirnoff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who else Smirnoff?
So,
Plastic bottle.
So no absolute.
The big ass handle.
I
That's
should have thrown it. See,
absolutely not.
Yeah, that's it.
My bad.
Amsterdam.
No, this is
What is this?
This is Smirnoff.
Oh, did you want to guess?
I don't guess. We all guess Smirnoff.
Oh, y'all said Smirnoff?
Smirnoff.
I'll go Smirnoff.
Yeah.
Boy,
All right.
Yeah.
Boy,
Y'all,
we some drunks in this mother, ain't we?
You know what? That made me realize. I thought Smirnoff was a little higher quality than that.
No, it's not.
I didn't think it was amazing, but I thought it was a little higher.
Smirnoff's good when you mix it with stuff.
Yeah, and it's good. It had a bite, and I didn't know it had no bite. I thought
Yeah, Smirnoff got a bite, bro.
it got a little bite.
Yeah, it got a bite. You know
Yeah,
what?
I didn't think it was top.
Well,
I didn't
really?
think it was down there.
I say I was what?
Because Taka and McCormick, they on.
Yeah, they on that hush hush.
I wouldn't even play games with none of y'all with that. I respect. I love everybody in here. I care. Yeah, I wouldn't put that in this house.
Somebody got Taka in their house. I'm probably gonna walk out. But hey, Greek, thank you for the invite. I really just can't. That's
This guy
my
play like it's a fortune cookie. He like.
Drink it.
Sir.
All right. Are we doing this on go or how we doing
Yeah,
it?
just do what you gotta do.
Damn, this is like rubbing that too.
No, I don't.
I
This
mean,
one kind
it's vodka.
ready.
Damn.
Ready.
So
to
it's
sip.
either New Amsterdam, Absolute, 500, or Ciroc.
Hold on,
I'm gonna say
I
that's
got it.
absolute. Is what I'm thinking.
Hold on.
Absolute, New Amsterdam, Ciroc, or 500.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Not Amsterdam. What was the choice again?
Cause that one ain't. It wasn't like that.
Absolute, New Amsterdam, Ciroc, or 500.
That's absolute.
I'm gonna say absolute.
I think you're right.
I think it's absolute.
Everybody saying absolute? Or?
Sure, I'll go absolute.
Y'all are right.
I think
I don't think y'all need answers.
I think we need to find a meeting after this.
Yeah, right.
Man,
We may have to have our own meeting.
we sit up here proud of ourselves. We probably should not be proud of it.
Maybe we
Y'all
should.
cheering this.
This is one game where winning.
I'm cleansing my palate with another.
Right, hold on. Let me cleanse. I got that. I'm on that one.
Winning is not good at this game. Just so you know, I think it's only 2 more rounds, so I don't want anyone to think that their night is over or they're gonna hit the floor.
Nights like this.
Jeez. We might talk a lot of shit due to this, though, on this episode.
I might need some greasy fries after this.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let y'all just,
This not got no smell to me.
from your own knowledge, pick something. What? You're not gonna give us a?
No, okay, I'll give you 2 answers. Like 2. No, this gonna be.
Too out fast.
It's super helpful. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really helpful.
Help us. This
Hold on.
this smells clean.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's gonna smell like real alcohol.
Yeah, it ain't.
Yeah, this one's not tough like the last ones.
No, you gotta give us some.
Yeah, swirl it. Did you taste it?
No, we need some clues.
Is that far? I think this
I
might be.
think this may be 5.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
okay, so Ciroc, Grey Goose, 500, or UV.
That's UV.
That's UV.
Oh, UV?
Yeah.
UV in here?
It's
Oh, that's UV. Yeah, that's UV.
UV.
I'm
That's
saying.
definitely UV.
Oh, I'm saying it is like that.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm gonna tell you where I
That's
fucked
bad.
up.
That's UV.
I'm thinking it's 500, but I
but
think
where it gets you is
I should have just
it
sipped it.
smells.
I killed it, and
It
then I was
It
like,
smells like nothing.
yeah.
But when you hit it, oh,
Then
Yeah.
punch you in the throat.
right? Oh, that's
Come on,
UV.
wait,
I said 500.
Oh, you said 500?
You tripping.
Everybody else was right, except for you, Velvet.
Oh, man. You tripping,
Go
bro.
take a lap.
Like, really, something's wrong with you.
You know what?
I don't even know what, like, I felt it, like, as soon as I hit it, I was like, oh.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm a hard-headed motherfucker, and we just said all the same thing every time. So I'll be hard-headed next time.
You just took it to the head.
No, the smell.
But you know
the
what?
The smell was
smooth.
straight, though.
Yeah.
The smell was straight. The smell was straight.
Yeah, because when I taste, but
Just
you know,
so you know, 500 does not have to be an option.
Oh,
We drink it all the time. So.
The twist.
This is the setup.
the curveball.
twist.
The curveball.
yeah, for those that just think it's automatic.
Got cleanse.
You know what? I'm gonna act right this time, and I'm gonna sip it. I've been killing it, and then afterwards I'll be like, "Oh,
You smell it?
I'll be like, what was that taste again?" I don't even remember the taste.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Pretty
bad.
clean.
This ain't bad. This
It
ain't
has
bad
a
at all.
clean
So I'm
smell.
gonna go with Grey Goose, Ciroc, or 500.
Oh, wow.
That's my baby.
That's 500.
That is just smooth.
Let me sip it again.
Let me hear.
See, when it's room temp, it reminds you that it's alcohol, but it don't make you want to go smack the person in the next room.
No
That's
bite.
smooth. That's 500.
No
Take
bite.
5.
Yeah, because there ain't no bite. Like,
You smell it? No, you don't.
What you think, Sword?
it was a clean smell, too. It was a clean smell.
Out of Grey Goose, Ciroc, or 500?
I ain't gonna be hard-headed this time.
This gotta be 500.
Yeah.
That ain't goose.
Spot across the board? Yeah.
5 across the board.
Correct.
Got it? I think, you know what?
That
I think
commentary on it, too.
You know-
Come on.
Yeah.
you know what? I think she's
Your
right.
hard-headed
too.
ass don't get one. Your hard-headed ass don't get one. No.
I'm gonna tell you what though.
Finish it. We're gonna take all the cups and finish
Come on, Scorp,
it.
get in here.
But she had a
Because
point
he don't get
though.
one. He don't
The
get
fact that if it's room temperature, it was harder to identify.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think because I know one thing about 500. If it's
Oh,
cold,
chill.
like it's come on now.
That's
Like it's
goddamn water.
look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and Lynneopoly can vouch for me. I promise I said this, and I was like, dang, I don't want to say this because it make me wonder, am I just reaching when I say this? But I think I believe it. I really believe this. This ain't no sponsorship talk. I told her the other day, like, I was working on a computer, and I took a sip of 500 vodka for no reason in the world. We were not drinking. We weren't having to get together. There was nothing.
Tuesday, and you was thirsty.
It was just it was sitting to my right, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just pour a little bit. And I poured it, and I drunk it. And then once I did it for like, I was just doing it for the hell of it. Then I did it again, and I was like, damn. You know, how you just be thinking about shit by yourself. I said, this might be better than Ciroc. And I was like, are you crazy? It says Ciroc. And then I said, let me do it again.
Are you crazy?
Like,
And then you have to confirm what you just confirmed.
yeah, it just made me
Confirm
think.
what you just confirmed.
I was like, is this some kind of bias, or are you just saying that? And I was like, well, then I looked around. And I
Was
said,
it mental?
I said, no one's here.
He
You're
had an
all
epiphany.
alone. I was like, you're all alone. Speak your truth. And I poured it again. I said, damn, this shit better than Ciroc.
You
So what
goddamn
you're
right.
saying is that
pretty
you had a
legit.
conversation with Self.
I had a
And
conversation
Self
with
said,
myself.
huh?
Let's just say this. I had a big Ciroc fan come over and kick it with me. And we were talking about it and stuff. And he was like, oh, I hearing you talk about that. All he drank is Ciroc. I put it in his life. He said the same thing. And he told me that before I poured it. because he was like, "Oh, how much it costs?" And I was like, $25.99. He said the price bracket makes me respect it already, because you know when you see a big bottle and it's like $12, you get scared. You're like, I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to alcohol, I'll pay more on purpose. Like I'm like, cool. I'm like, oh, that's what I get for $25. I'm like, you know what? That makes me more happy because I'm like, if this is $25 and this other guy, they got a gallon of it for $12, I'm gonna roll with this. You know, that's more is not better all the time.
$12 gonna mess your weekend up.
So cancel Sunday.
Right? I did what to who? We don't need the I did what to who.
Well, look,
we appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's real shit, man.
I said my story is just long story short is like no hangover. I'm a drinker, y'all. I am a drinker, like religiously. Religiously, I drink. And the one thing that I love is that I did not have a hangover. Because all I drunk the last time they was here was 500 vodka.
Yeah.
And that's all I drunk from the coconut, pineapple to the strawberry line, all the way to the regular distilled vodka one. And I drank all three of them that night.
I told you that was my first thing I said. I said, cool, I like the taste. I said, let's see what happens when you keep and I wasn't no calling in for work, and you know, I'm gonna say this as clean as possible. Strange things going on at the toilet. That didn't happen. Everybody tell the truth. You know
what vodka does that to you? Like, announce that for everybody.
We have not used that in a sales pitch.
Right?
But maybe that's
two things.
That's a key point.
You drink that cheap shit, you get the liquor shit.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, that's why I said
no liquor shits without product.
Oh my gosh.
I said be honest about it. But sure, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this real quick. I'm sure y'all seen, as we get into this whole ordeal with Teya and Kodak Black. With the and if you don't know, after Kodak Black was making the announcement that he would like to remove his pants with Lauren London.
Oh my goodness.
After the passing of Nipsey Hussle.
That man been capping all week.
You know, Teya they've been going back and forth. So my question is, first off, do you think Teya doing too much by continuing to go back and forth with Kodak? Right, anybody can take this first, or do you think like that's how some people learn?
I think it's
I'm going somewhere with this too.
I don't.
You simple answer.
I don't think he's doing too much.
You think it's needed?
I think something needs to be said.
What you guys think over here?
I don't. It's a hard question.
Yeah.
Obviously, because of the situation that brought on this, passing of Chelsea. In my opinion,
talk about it.
It's a hard opinion. I would. It's a weird. I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I would not. Right now, would I have said my piece and then moved on with my life? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't have a connection with this man to feel as strongly as T.I. does. And if he feels that strong about it, hey, I mean,
that's a good point.
If he got the time, hey, put in work.
Yeah.
So,
That's real.
you know,
That's real.
because you try to think about yourself in that situation. If it hit that home for you, would you just say a piece and move on? Probably not. You probably would prolong this asshole.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way, because I was thinking, hey, once he said something, he should have just left it alone. But now, like, it's personal.
That's the
way, it's personal.
That's the way I think about it. Like, I'm not going to any of my people's, like, if it's one of those things, then I'm not letting it go. If you feel like you want to continue to speak stupidity or whatever you think it is in regards to however you feel, and then that's my ride or die, whoever it is, just my people's period.
Yeah.
And you can continue to speak upon their name in vain at this point. Like, nah, that dog don't hunt.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
I think it would have been more effective if he had personally reached out to him on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
He would have received it better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think since he went the way he went, he was on the defense.
Yeah.
And now there's this back and forth.
Pretty much.
Now both of them are on the defense.
Because you can't blame me in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Instead of him just owning it and be like, you know what, I overstepped. Maybe it was a bad decision.
Yeah. I'm feeling the same kind of like about saying your piece and being done with it. I do understand that you may be passionate about it, but you know what they say about when you see two fools arguing, you can't tell the difference. I'm sure y'all heard that phrase. A lot of times when you see one person doing something and you see three people around them, you say, look at them idiots. You don't say, look at the guy in the red shirt, he's an idiot. You just say, look at those idiots over there. Even though you may be the one trying to speak some knowledge, you just say, look at those idiots over there. So I don't want to be flushed down that toilet.
Right.
Scorp, how you feeling? I'm gonna put that camera on yourself.
You want this on yourself?
Yeah. Talk about it.
I mean, with me personally, Kodak just wants some attention. He been wanting that for the longest.
Yeah,
you know, because me, if you put some like family members involved in it, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna clap back too.
Yeah.
You know, cause his man put his wife in it, then he talking about his man child and stuff like this, so I'm gonna clap back too. I'm gonna clap back on social media, and also I'm gonna clap back personally towards him.
Yeah.
Through his DM.
Oh yeah.
Personally.
It's gonna be a whole applause.
Cause I mean, cause you look at it, this man been going at it for a good minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off with Lil Wayne, then went from Lil Wayne to yeah, and then went from Lil Wayne to Nipsey Hussle. Then let me back up. Young and May. Then Nipsey Hussle.
Scorp, you're not even doing live of yourself. It's live of your shoulder. Sorry, I had to help you out. My bad.
I'm on that 500 vibe.
Yeah, he inspired right now.
I'm woke this episode.
Stay woke.
What you got to say?
I mean, I agreed with like a little bit of everybody. You know, it's just like people want to like post everything on social media. You know, and it's just like you could personally reach out to people. I get that too, and it's just like nobody wants to do that anymore. And so I feel like to a point, it's like he's not doing that to help the situation. He's doing that to like
say, look what I do
for himself. So it's like more of a selfish aspect to it. So
I can see it.
I mean, you know? Nowadays that's how it is now. Social media is everything.
But if it matters, like this is a person's life. You know what I mean? Like this is something that's important. It's not about.
But then
what people do.
I think Kodak Black just doing this to get his views.
I kind of think like how
from Kodak's side, but for Teya's side of it.
Cause I seen a video last night to be exact that Kodak, I don't know where this was, but Kodak was in doing a concert.
Oh, and they beat him up.
And then he jumped off the stage and the crowd just started beating him up.
They
didn't catch him. They just started beating him up in the crowd.
There was no warning before? Like when he was on stage, they was like, yeah, you're the greatest. And then he decided, let me jump out there. And they were like, yeah, got him.
Wow. He didn't read the crowd.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's context clues to everything.
Yeah. 500, y'all are geniuses. Like, wait a second.
That makes no sense.
Wait, can I pass out?
If it looks like a hostile crowd, I'm not jumping into it.
I don't know when it happened. I think it happened. I want to say earlier this week or before. I don't know when.
So after you made the statement.
I just seen a video last night. So
he thought that was a good idea.
Yeah. It might be a Lil Wayne, and it might be a lot of Lil Wayne and Nipsey Hussle fans out there in that crowd.
They bought the ticket just to say.
But what
I hope he jumped.
They were waving him into the crowd like, "Hey, we're here for you.
Oh, we love you."
Yeah.
The fans really love me. Yeah.
I'm sure his neck got touched as well, and not with punches. Probably just, is there any chance here? You know.
And the words are scrappy. I want to put my paws on.
Put them paws on.
Them paws on.
That's a terrible misstep.
Yeah.
Because it could be his whole decision to make a stupid statement, whether he meant it or not, could be detrimental to his career. Something I'm sure he worked hard for.
Getting canceled and muted.
That's the beauty of being young, but it's also a curse.
Her radio station's not even playing his stuff.
Then he read the
See, that's what made me say I'm gonna leave this guy alone musically too, because it's not the first time he done something, and a lot of people do a lot of things, but it was one point he said he don't like dark-skinned women, and then people was saying stuff about that. Then people was like, he's young and stuff like that. He did something else, and people was like, he's young, and it's just like he keeps doing stuff, and people keep saying, he's a young guy. So now I'm like, look, I can't excuse you 30 times. Like you keep doing things, and I'm just gonna say, let me just
the attention span is short.
Yeah,
he does it. You get riled up about it, and then people forget all about it.
And then you move on to the next something. Get somebody else's attention.
It's the fake rage.
I have a question.
What if?
Has he clapped back to the game?
Oh, he'd probably have a seat and not
he,
get involved in that situation.
He said
yes,
something
he did.
about
him
he
being
had
a
a
stripper.
picture of him, with a chain in
Who
his
was
mouth.
a stripper?
Talking about the butterfly on his.
The game when he was a stripper and he started.
I seen him always back too.
We start Googling right now. We're both Googling.
Check tape. Check tape.
Where's my belt?
We gotta do research. That's all we're doing. We're trying to research.
Thing one and thing two.
We don't need to see none of that.
We is not about footage show right now.
Like,
Real. What a
Right?
footage.
I looked at you for confirmation. You seen this thing?
oh, I did not see it.
Hey, email it to me. Right after this, email it to me.
He used to rub blue magic on himself back in the day. They say so.
But what if?
The blue one or the white one?
Oh my.
Oh well, with
Why
the
do we
white
always have to have this conversation about blue magic?
Oh God.
and that he lives a red lifestyle. I'm assuming he used the white coconut oil.
What?
I don't understand you. Look at this guy every time, bro. Look, how do we do this?
Blue magic is the key. I
Nah.
think we talked about this
Nah.
enough.
Okay.
Nah.
But what about this though? Like, what if Kodak is just like tired of people picking on it? Because he said that thing about Young and May, and everybody was upset, and it's just like he can't say he wants to mess with Young and May. Like, he can't say that in a song.
I'm not against him saying that. Like,
So,
But everybody was mad about that. They said cancel him for that.
yeah.
I really do think it's
You
really.
just want to cancel.
Yeah.
He just found a lot of people attractive.
I think it's what Scorp said. I think it's just like
Basically.
attention. Like nobody was really talking about MA. Nobody was really hitting on MA. So whatever happened, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get MA."
I don't think
I think
Kodak
he
Black
really-
want
I really-
attention.
I really do think it's just to put it out there. Like whatever he's thinking, he just says it and just like, all right, let's see what happens.
Cause check this out. The reason I think it's not attention. A lot of times people do this and they have an album coming out. He just dropped the album like 3 months ago, maybe. So it's not like
Was it doing well?
I think it did. Yeah, it actually did pretty well. Not to mention, Nipsey Hussle told people to go check his album out.
Man.
He had posted go check his album out. So that's another
Jesus.
sad thing about it.
Dirty.
So, but I think I ended up finding out that Kodak Black, it wasn't live. When he said this about Lauren London, he wasn't live on his account. One of his friends was live.
It looks off to the side.
I told you he was set up.
So, but here's the
Yeah, because you know what? People are allowed
They
to
didn't
have.
know what he was gonna say.
So let's say there was no cameras, no mics. We're allowed to say whatever the hell we want, in supposedly the privacy.
But he saw the camera.
Our confines. You say what you want.
He was looking at
Now,
the
when
camera.
you know people are watching you, you kind of watch them. It's like being at work. You say all you want to say about Sally in the parking lot. You get into work, you be like, "Morning, bitch."
I say Sally.
I mean,
I talk about Sally.
I talk about Sally to her face. Never
Hey,
like.
Sally, how you doing? Great to see the children. Love y'all.
I agree. I think
Make
there
that
are things that
green
somebody could have
pasta or
said
something.
that had it not been on tape wouldn't have been.
It doesn't make
nobody
it
would have
less
cared because nobody
inappropriate.
would have known
Right.
about it.
So let me ask y'all this.
But whoever was doing it, that camera was pretty still. That damn camera was like it was on a
They
damn
were like
tripod.
this.
Yeah,
Sitting off to the side.
They set the camera down, but the crazy thing, he looked at the camera. He knew it was
Yeah.
on. But so I'm not gonna say poor guy, he didn't know. But at the same time, I'm gonna say he didn't go live and put it on himself,
Right.
but he knew it was there. So I think it's more like careless. Like I don't care. I see. It's like if somebody walking in here with a camera and I'm naked. And I don't scrounge to put some clothes on. I'm just like, hey, good morning. This is a typical day, you know, like,
Wait a minute.
like you see the camera and you know, oh, I should put some clothes on.
What's up with you and naked? That's the second time that you mentioned it on this episode.
Time for
Let's move on.
time for a commercial break.
Do we need to have a conversation?
We will.
I feel like we gotta have a conversation.
Look, go to counseling though.
too many vodkas.
Man wants to be naked.
So, look, this
I
what,
saw them
I am
shots.
sweating, so I
we
can't
look, we took a lot of shots before this episode.
When I see him sweating, so I understand.
So, hold on, let me ask y'all this though, because this I'm segueing this from Kodak, the Kodak situation. So,
every time you ask something, I kind of
you don't like when I segue? No, this is actually a real topic, and you know we could go with it wherever it go. How do you get through to somebody that you know the problems that they have, they cause it on themselves? Like if it's somebody you care about, not just Bob from around the corner, but it's somebody you care about and you know the problems they have, do you try to get through to them, or you just be like, whatever they say?
So the saying is, you brought this on yourself.
Yeah. So you got a friend.
You got to live with what you put out. You got to live with that. Whatever decisions you make, so actions.
How do you get through to him? Him, her?
There's a consequence for everything you do, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah. You ever had to have this conversation?
I ain't gonna lie.
You just let him do it? Well,
are you dying to live or are you living to die? Like, which one? Big one, goddammit. I don't know.
You just let him do it?
That's the only thing. That's probably the only question I probably have for you. Are you dying to live or you living to die? Like, big one, bro. Because you being real reckless out here.
So
like,
will you sit them down, or you just?
We'll have a side by side or something. Like, you know,
plug them up real quick.
Hey, look, what are you doing with your life? Like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Last night I seen you got a YouTube tape on hanging out the bushes. Yeah. And you got dang on murder or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what is we really talking about right now? Like,
yeah.
But those are the things, like, you gonna talk to them, but at the end of the day, like I said, are you dying to live or you living to die? So I can say other things 100 times over.
You only gonna preach so much.
Right. I tell you not to touch that iron. If you gonna keep on touching the iron and the iron's hot, you gonna keep touching it, you don't touch it. Have your way like Burger King, you know what I'm saying? Do it like Nike, you know what I'm saying? Go home happy like Blockbuster. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I need to hear from the 500 Mafia.
I think you try to, yes, I would try to talk to a friend of mine and tell them that what they're doing is stupid and that they're fucking their life up because of it. But at the end, nothing's going to change.
People will do it.
I feel like even if I do pull a friend of mine to the side and tell him my opinion, a lot of people it takes for them to fall down, right, to step into something before they realize. They may come back to you afterwards and go, you know, when you had that conversation, that shit was right. I should have listened to you. But it takes for them to fall first before they listen. Yeah. And you can't get assert about it. You can't be upset because that happened. I mean, we all do it. We don't want to listen to nobody because we know right. I know myself. I know what I can get into. I know I can get out of this shit. Yeah. Right. I ain't got to listen to you. You ain't doing the shit. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to listen.
I'm going through the trenches taking calls.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm saying? I'm in this by myself.
In this right now.
So, you know.
I get that. You move the same way, Teya?
Nah, I try to stay away from giving unsolicited advice. Because I don't want nobody telling me shit.
Hey.
See?
I feel it. I feel
that. But if you come to me and you say, hey, if you got a problem, we chop it up, then the door is open. You allow me to say my piece, and then I leave it alone. But other than that, I'm not going to be like, yo, I noticed you really messing up. Yeah. Because it ain't none of my damn business. You ain't asking me for money. You ain't asking to sleep on my couch. So it don't really directly affect me unless your life is in danger.
Yeah. Ain't your monkey, ain't your circus.
So if it affects you, then that's what you gotta say.
Absolutely. Any situation that brings strife into my house is a problem. Yes. If it don't affect me, it's not my business.
It ain't my monkey. It ain't my circus.
Hey,
she got them quotes.
Ain't your monkey, ain't your circus. I feel you. You ain't got to worry about it. Yeah. You ain't doing nothing in regards to me getting to my goals.
That's true.
So she dropped some bars right there.
So that's why I was like, yeah, that's right. If I'm no type of, into your life, then you good.
You just stay over here.
Hey, look, I see you fucking up, but you ain't asking about nothing. I see it though.
I agree with her with the part, like, I don't like people telling me stuff, I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, when somebody tell me stuff, even if I don't receive it well, I'm able to sit back and be like, yeah, you tripping. Let's acknowledge that. Let's be an adult. Are you tripping? Yes, I am.
That's rare because a lot of people, they don't.
Yeah, they just, you're wrong. Right, wrong. Right. Like, I can put my chair in the corner and wear that dunce hat for a second and be like, who did it? You did it. It's your fault.
Dunce hat, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be upset if you didn't pull my coattail, tell me I'm
Well, you're different. You're my husband, so if you look crazy in the streets, then I look crazy. Yes. I'm not about to have you out there looking like a bum. That's on me.
Yeah, that's on me.
That's on me, baby.
Everybody else can go out there and get their life. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, appreciate
it. You're on life restrictions.
If y'all wonder what's going on, there's pink hearts floating around the room.
It's all love, baby.
Yeah. Man, I even though I don't, like I said, like that I sit on it and shit like that, as far as me giving advice unsolicited or something, if I do agree with the whole, if the iron is hot, let them go, let you touch it. But at the same time, like if I see you, like if I see you fucking up and it's a big problem, whether it affects me or not, I guess the fact that I'm around you and I'm like, man, that's my boy or that's my homegirl or whoever, whatever the case may be, I do feel obligated to be like, yo, man, why is you doing that? Or what, like, or whatever, you know, and sit you down. At the same time, I'm not bringing no switches, no belts. I'm gonna tell you my piece, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. Now, if you continue doing what you're doing, sometimes I ain't gonna say I hope these things happen. Sometimes I do pop some popcorn, cross my legs, and when they say, hey, don't be driving with no license, and then when you hear those sounds, whoop, or when they say, don't be messing with old girl, and then you get those windows busted, we just gonna sing together, Jasmine Sullivan. Bust the windows to your car, we're gonna let it happen. Cause the windows of my car. That's all I got. Now I'll sit back and let it happen. Now if it's something serious, like I think I told this before, like I had a homeboy, he told me a girl told him she had an STD. He slept with her anyway after she told him. She's like, hey, I have an STD. He said, that's fine with me.
What? That's I hope you don't let him use your glasses when he come over.
He doesn't come over. I haven't seen him in years. I learned to separate myself from this tune.
I was like, oh, so that was my decision. I was like,
You make bad decisions.
You associate with him?
Those are his glasses right there that you're wearing right now.
You might have got a little gonorrhea sprinkled in your eyeball.
That's how you think out.
It's all your fault. You didn't even say that.
You might want to get an eyeballs test out here.
What kind of friend are you?
You're going to have some glasses sponsored by Latex.
Look, my eye hurt right now. Look. This is some bullshit.
That's crazy.
My eye hurt like a motherfucker.
But and like I said, I ain't going to stay here too long.
That's exactly my shit going on right now.
I ain't going to stay here too long because I said the story before, but the moral of the story with this one, after it was something curable, he took whatever pill, and he said the next day he went to her house again, and he did it again.
He had pills now.
And he was like, well, it's
he
curable.
Hit it and pop it.
He said, I'm going to just keep doing it and popping a pill. At that point, I said, enjoy yourself.
I don't think that's how medicine works.
It's
It's just reinfecting himself.
And I would
that's just-
assume,
goddamn zombie.
yeah, I would assume there's going to be an end. Like,
That's
I don't think you could catch a STD every other day. Like, I think at one point they're gonna be like, all right, it's real now. You can't just keep doing it and be like,
This
yeah.
turned into something else.
Right?
So
Is it real fake
That's
or
not
is
how
it
anything
real?
is supposed to
that's
work.
yeah.
Like, I get it. You do it. I shouldn't have. You get over it. You don't go back to it.
yeah, so those are the people
It's iron.
that I eat the popcorn on that I was talking about. That I just popped the popcorn and sometimes I look to my left. Sometimes you do gotta, when you're in an established relationship, cross your legs and enjoy the pillow talk and say, babe, guess what this motherfucker did?
Yeah, his dirty dip.
Wait. Look at this guy right here.
Yeah, that's another question. Why he hit it raw?
Wait.
Yeah, that is a good question.
You know she out here wilding. Why you just fall asleep in it? That don't make no sense.
No concern.
Why was you awake in it? Why was you fell asleep?
I'm gonna tell you the longer version.
He said, why are you awake?
Yeah, you can't be sleepwalking.
Yes. At the end of that story, there should have been some trickery. I was passed out. She hopped up like you know.
Yeah.
I went over
He did
and
it on
Not lie about it. I'm gonna lie about it. Yo, look, bro, I was drunk as hell.
He said she gave him, like, not only did she say, first off, in this day and age, that probably don't happen often, that they be like, yo, I got a situation. Like, she told him straight up, and she put the paper in his hand.
What the hell?
And he said, and I asked him, what was it that she had? And he was like, oh, man, he wasn't a bright man. I don't think that's
He can't
hard
read
for
the-
y'all to...
I'm still lying.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not lying to you.
I asked him, what was it? He was like, I couldn't pronounce it. It was like, I was like, look, if you can't pronounce it, that's enough to...
I'm lying about it. I already got a story right now. I just thought about it.
What?
Yo, I was drunk on 500, and this girl.
No, 500 to do that.
Don't you
put
do
that
that?
evil on me. No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
You were drunk on McCormick, and then
I had the plastic bottle, and then what happened is she triple jumped.
I don't need none of that.
Yeah, you grabbed the wrong bottle.
Wrong bottle. That's why I was already drunk before when I grabbed the other bottle. That's
Yeah, you done reached too far back in the back of the refrigerator.
He justified it because she was being honest.
No, that's
She
okay.
gave me the paper.
She didn't get the paper. That is wild.
You know what? I
no.
wonder is that what made him. To me, one, I know this guy, and he said it was going to an extreme dry spell, but I don't think there's a dry spell long enough for you to say,
To get an STD,
this,
I'm not gonna do that.
this is fine with me.
I will live happily ever after. With
And I can't even fault her, because after he said, this is fine with me, I guess she just was like, cool, man, all right.
It makes no sense. Why didn't he wear a condom at least?
Eddie
Like,
Murphy
it makes
said
no
you
sense.
playing craps with your dick. Right. Throw it out there on the table.
We're about to
See
risk
what
it
it come
right
back.
now. We're about to risk that shit right now.
So, Scorp, would you tell a gentleman, it don't got to be this situation.
Yeah, I think we done covered all the bases, but go ahead, my brother.
You know your friend messing up. Is you going to have a discussion with him, or are you going to pop the popcorn?
Both. Straight up, both.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, if I have a conversation with him, and then he continue to keep doing it, yeah, I'm gonna sit back, have popcorn.
What kind of popcorn is it? Kettle corn or butter?
Oh my god.
Then I'm have my 500 vodka on the side.
Don't let him sip out of your cup.
Nah,
He come back and
Get your
say,
own. You got to get your own. You know? And you can't even have none of my 500 vodka when you got it. You can't have none. You gotta go pick that other stuff.
Yeah, you make bad decisions.
yeah,
Right?
I don't want my bottle touching
Right.
glass.
I don't need it.
you
tainted.
get Kool-Aid.
I don't need no tainted.
Going down to the store, get yourself a tall boy. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like right
You
on
get
over
Keystone
there.
Ice.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Miller High Life.
Whatever you want, Coke 45, whatever you want, bro. Just go get that, but you ain't touching this.
'Cause I mean, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to him, it's still up to that person on what they gonna do.
Man.
You know, if they either listen or don't listen.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all caught what he said, but that's pure gospel.
Yeah.
You don't get no more simple than it. It's up to you.
It's up to that person.
I'm telling you, he just wants to do it like Nike. I'm just trying to tell you.
Lynneopoly, would you get your pastor's robe out and do a good preach a good word to this person, or would your popcorn have been popped already prior to this?
I mean, like, for me, like, if they ask me, I'll tell them, like, you asked.
Yeah.
But just to say off the bat, I'm not gonna say nothing. But I am gonna giggle. I'm gonna be laughing. I might tell somebody,
So
like,
you a giggling motherfucker.
yeah, I'm gonna laugh at you.
You a key motherfucker.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm gonna just laugh.
Yeah.
You
Like
gonna
Cat
point-
Williams
you
said,
gonna
get
point
those-
laugh. I'm like, you gonna point and laugh too. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna point at the motherfucker and laugh at him.
Sure, at least
Exactly.
put your chair in the corner with the dust hat sitting over there.
But like Cat Williams said, though, get your 5 laughs in.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? So,
Yeah, get your
for real, get your team together and get your 5 laughs in. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I think I get more than 5 laughs
okay, at least.
Oh my
every
God.
day.
That situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy,
Okay.
yo, I would have had I would have invited him over. Hey, come through.
Man,
Just so I can have jokes.
on some real shit though, I done had some real conversations with people, some long ones to the people used to call me the doctor because of that, because they was like, oh, I talked to the doctor. I'm like, I'm not the doctor.
And then did they change anything? Or they
No,
came right back to you next
They
week?
kept doing it. Like one thing I learned is people don't honestly want advice. People don't want advice. Just how, like, she's not wrong what Lynneopoly said, like, about not offering it, because at the end of the day, people ask, the people that do ask for advice, and I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of times they're asking for confirmation for you to tell them what the decision they already made. They'll look over to their right or left and look at their neighbor real quick, like the pastor always says, and they'll say, hey, should I leave her alone? Should I leave him alone? And you'll be like, yeah, you know, that bitch smoked that crack, or whatever the case may be. And they'll be like, you sure right. And then when they go home, you know, they get ready for family pictures the next day, and then, you know.
They're like, well, it wasn't that much crack. It's not that bad.
Yeah. They be like, you know, it ain't a lot of crack. It just be like a sprinkle. You know, and so
It's a small rock. There's a little.
and that's when
taste.
it's like when it comes to like relationships, it's like, even like one thing about love, I've never seen nobody, you know, that you talked through a relationship in my life. Like, I ain't never seen nobody be like, you gave me some good advice. I went home and I took care of it right off the bat. Like, because love is love, and I'm not saying it's okay, but that's just something that you just have to go through. Like, people everybody's so done with this motherfucker, and so whatever the case may be, but it's just like they be stuck there.
What's the pillow talk shit?
Yeah, you can't compete with pillow talk. I never give people advice about their relationship.
Yeah.
And if you do, you gotta tread lightly. Because you'll go say...
They're gonna report that.
You're gonna go say everything on your mind, and then they're gonna go back, well, I was talking to so-and-so, and she said, now not only have they reconciled, now he's looking at you sideways.
Now and you gotta go to this awkward part of life.
Yeah. Like, I always just tell people, try your very best to work it out if you love each other.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never tell nobody to leave nobody. Nope.
Let me tell you what we did. They gonna be like, well, so-and-so said they did this and it worked.
Man, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's no such thing as this. It's almost extinct. This whole hey, don't tell so and so, but and then fill out the blank, or don't tell nobody. But I didn't even have people tell me don't tell nobody, and then I don't tell nobody, and then somebody tell me, hey, don't tell nobody, but such and such told me, and then I'm mad for another reason. I'm like,
I thought I was the only one that knew.
They don't tell nobody. I was holding this shit down. I could have been having a good conversation.
Also, disclaimer: when you're in a relationship, like I am, do not come to me and say don't tell nobody, because he is not included.
Yeah.
He know everything I'm not supposed to tell nobody else.
Yeah, of course.
That is my disclaimer.
That is facts.
He's not included in that. Yeah, absolutely.
Just know you just whisper.
I know you talk about everybody else but him.
You just whisper in 4 ears.
If you assume otherwise, then don't tell me shit.
That's legit. I automatically assume
tell nobody what you talking about. He listening right now. What you saying?
Nobody, I mean nobody that don't live in my house.
Right. It ain't gonna leave this household.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this. This is a humorous question right here, and this something we all know, and we all got one.
Oh, them STDs.
No, we don't all got an STD.
I was like, what?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, yeah.
Because you told me that they were. And I don't.
Actually,
circle, dot, dot.
I sprinkled a peel on them glasses, so they better not. Now, if you want to put them back on, it's up to
my
you.
choice.
Yeah.
You a choice in ass nigga.
Choice in ass.
Sprinkle smells.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's up to you.
I feel like I need to sanitize these. I need to sanitize these.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this real quick, though. What is... Go ahead. I know you got faith choices. You got... I don't got disease eyeballs. What is that one restaurant that cannot fucking get it right? I don't care how many times you went there. Like, you're done with them. They just can't get it right. I don't care if it's service, the food is bad, or you just like... like they cannot get it right. Even if it's fast food or even somewhere you sit down and eat.
Just can't get it right.
I know mine.
I don't have a restaurant. When I go through a drive-thru and I order a damn chicken Caesar salad, don't ask me what kind of seasoning. It's a goddamn Caesar salad. I want Caesar dressing. I don't understand what the problem is. It's a Caesar salad. Why would you ask me if I want blue cheese or ranch? Like, I want a damn Caesar dressing with my Caesar salad. It's the dumbest shit ever. It happens all the time.
Who does this? Or this just a lot of...
McDonald's is notorious for it.
Oh, they're notorious for many things. I'll just inform that we may never have a McDonald's business relationship, but that's okay because we're about to.
Oh my gosh!
Because I got to speak my truth, but
I'm not gonna lie. Mine's is even though I love it everywhere else, but there's this one particular Jack in the Box I like this. That's by the crib, and it's.
Let me guess, they be having one employee that take the order and make the food, and like they always do that. Go ahead.
No,
that's
not even that.
35.
Not even that. The one Jack in the Box I go to, they always out of everything.
Oh yeah,
out of everything. I get up to the pillow, they be like, "Hey, welcome to Jack in the Box. Yo, we only serving lunch right now. There ain't no breakfast."
It's 24 hours.
You serve breakfast all day? What you mean you ain't got no breakfast?
Ran out of eggs.
What you mean you ain't got no breakfast?
So you a biscuit motherfucker.
Hey, thank you for coming to Jack in the Box. We out of the whole left side of the menu right now, so you ought to get the right side. Man. What you mean I can only get the left side? We out of Munchie Meals. And it's after 9. What do you mean, bro? Like, what is going on right now?
Like the day just started.
The Munchie Meals is the truth.
How do you... I don't even understand it. And then...
I went recently though, and they was
Did
like,
they get it right?
They under new management.
They have been delivered from their sins.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
too many
because
complaints.
I'm telling you, I've been there plenty of times on a drunk night on 500, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I just want to buy fix.
You need a sandwich to go with it.
Right. They is out of everything.
Everything?
We out of curly fries. What you mean you out of curly fries right now? Like, I don't understand you right now.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. For what she was just saying,
Yeah, that's real.
I had an experience. This, and it was Jack in the Box on mine too.
Okay.
But I'm going to segue to something else on this. But I just got to say this. I will never forget. I went through the line. I said, can I get a strawberry shake?
Yeah.
Their response was...
They ain't never got no goddamn shakes.
Well, watch this. Their response was, okay, 1 strawberry shake. What flavor? I chuckled to myself. And I said, 1 strawberry shake. And they said, I know, you said 1 strawberry shake. It comes in vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. God, I was like, exactly. So they was like, which one? And I was like, did you hear that? I want you to repeat that again.
Give me a vanilla strawberry, stupid.
Mix them too, just because I want to figure out what you can do now. Now I want to figure out what you can do now, right?
Stupid.
But Scorp, I have that Scorp a question. Please tell me you remember this. The time we went to KFC in Memphis. I think I was with you when this happened. I hope it was you. We went to KFC in Memphis. And they said not only did they didn't have half the menu, they said we don't have chicken. Do you remember that?
Boy.
What's left?
Biscuits.
Boy.
Wedges. Potato wedges.
Man, I danced.
You get your potato wedge, bacon, and cheese biscuit.
Where you close from Memphis?
I was in a bad place in Memphis. I was coming from street.
Boy, you ain't even got a chicken breast.
It was like 3 in the morning.
I remember going to Checkers.
I was blew that bitch up.
I don't remember no KFC.
I blew it up.
They ain't had. They said ain't got.
So
if you tell me that you don't have,
shut down
the thing that you do.
Shut down.
You don't have your store.
Yeah.
Right, just shut down. Like all the way. Just go out of business.
I was stuck on biscuits.
Can I at least get some? Boy, if they would have said they was out of honey, boy, I would have cried.
They didn't have no chicken, so
What you putting the honey on?
Yeah.
On a napkin, you go lick it off a napkin.
Hey, let me get some biscuits.
He trying to listen to that.
You go to KFC making tea.
Hey, first off, I'm trying to get something for free at that point. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I departed. I was already drunk.
But back at home, every time we used to go to McDonald's, they always say they ice cream machine now.
I think that's nationwide.
Yo,
that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
We cleaning it.
Nah, they were before 12.
Oh, yeah, you tripping.
They were like in the middle of the day.
Ice cream cones are only $1. Like, you take the whole. Who want ice cream? Everybody come with me.
I know one thing. I don't know how they rock, but I know when I worked at Wendy's back in the day, they used to tell me to turn it off on purpose. They'd be like, turn the frosty thing off. And I'm sure McDonald's were doing it too, because they just want to break it down and stuff. But who can't get it right? Is it McDonald's for you?
McDonald's.
Can't get it right? Mine, I didn't even get to mine, but mine Joe's Crab Shack. I know it's people think it's so nice. They can't. I went twice. I'm through with them.
I like Joe's
Isn't it
Crab
closed?
It needs to be.
See, you done close them down.
They close.
It needs to be.
All complaints.
Every time I see
the two in San Antonio closed.
I be throwing middle fingers.
It's your fault.
What, they give you lobster instead of crab? Or?
Man, for real, what they do?
That's a good mistake.
They gave me a crab with a grasshopper on it.
What the?
Wait a minute.
And
What?
He be making stuff up.
No, I promise. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't no huge, but it was like, and I was thinking, it's crab, maybe it was, but you can't say, well, just a little bug, so,
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna make it.
Grasshoppers are huge.
Yeah, the one that was on there was small. I barely noticed it, but I was like, the fuck is this? But it was weird because I'm assuming they had a Jiminy Cricket.
I know he exaggerated.
And a grasshopper.
He exaggerated.
No, but they are. When they try to
leave Joe's Crab Shack alone. Don't like that.
You might exaggerate.
Don't be lying on that.
Jiminy Cricket sent his enemies in there, but they brought me the crab, and I told them about it. And the thing about it, as they tried to appease me, they said, "Cool, we gonna bring you a dessert for free." And I was like, "Look at them being classy." And they
First of all, you ain't gonna tell me my whole main dish had a cricket on it, and then you gonna bring me a dessert when I can eat my whole goddamn main dish. You ain't gonna do that.
But watch this. They brought me a chocolate cake, and I said, well, sometimes you gotta have a little grasshopper here and there, because when I saw that cake, I was like, grasshoppers ain't that bad. People put chocolate on them anyway. It was a grasshopper on the chocolate cake. I promise.
I'm done.
I'm about to drink the rest of my drink on your little ass because you ain't shit.
Episode.
You ain't shit right now. I don't even want to talk to you right now.
That's over.
Do you have one Lynneopoly before I read this up?
No more topics.
It's kind of like what you said about KFC, but it's for Popeyes.
They said they ain't have
I
chicken.
mean, I used to go there all the time for 2-piece Tuesday, all the time. And they would, most of the time I would go, they would be like, "Oh, we have to drop the chicken." I'm like, "It's 2-piece Tuesday. I have to drop new chicken. How is this even an issue?"
That's
you
a
know?
special on
Chicken
Tuesday.
not dropped.
Yeah, that's like them hot and readies. Them shits ain't never ready.
Man, you see?
It's not ready now.
Hey, that's a problem. If it ain't ready and then it still ain't hot. That just remind me, I got a free
shout
pizza
out
too.
to the Popeyes I've been to in San Antonio. Man, I went on a Tuesday at the busiest hour. And yo, when I got my food, they held it down. The chicken was hot, everything was hot. Like it was rocking. Boy,
What time you go on the Tuesday?
I was like, wait a second.
Which Popeyes?
But yeah, that's because they just traumatized me, the person before you.
Yeah.
That's how you got the
He just dropped the chicken. He came in.
You must went late.
I'm trying to tell you.
You must went
It
real
was
late.
hot and ready to rock, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. I was like, I'm coming back. So next Tuesday, just FYI. Next Tuesday, I will be
It's
there.
$1.29, ain't
$1.29.
Shit, we can have prayer meeting up there.
Go ahead and get the communion going. Shoot, get the
Don't get it
biscuits.
wrong, Popeyes is
they got
legit.
they got the dry biscuits. So
I didn't know that was a thing. 2-piece Tuesday.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm assuming y'all eat lovely.
I'm about to make a
Everyone's
confession.
laying into
I've never had Popeyes.
What?
Sorry, guys.
He said,
I'm picky about my chicken.
You don't like fried animals?
I don't like spicy food.
It's my baby, but I didn't know about the
I don't like how everybody clutching their pearls.
I didn't know that she didn't have Popeyes.
Yo, I'm leaning all the way.
I don't frequent Popeyes.
I'm picky about my
Hold on, I want to
chicken.
hear this explanation.
My grandmother's German. Don't blame me. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
So can she still make chicken and get that shit?
My grandmother? No.
I'm sorry.
I think that means it's not gonna have no seasoning.
Yeah.
on it.
I don't like nothing
You gotta
spicy.
spice it up
Oh,
yourself.
she-
Oh,
wow.
I don't like no spicy food.
So you
I
like
like
it,
spicy
but hold
food.
on, you like it seasoned. You
Yes.
just don't want spicy.
Yes.
Let's make this clear.
Yeah.
She's not just throwing the chicken in the grease.
Right. Right.
And saying it's all set.
I
Let's
like
see.
my chicken fried real hard. Like I can't do that wet shit like churches.
I know that's not.
I don't eat
Yeah.
chicken.
I like it.
Yeah,
like,
Popeyes get
yeah. See, I've never had it because I'm scared of the spicy.
just.
This
I
is
get
so
it, man.
embarrassing.
Hold on.
We from Mississippi and we
oh.
appreciate Popeyes, so that should speak volumes.
Just
You
saying.
can get a mild or spicy.
We got to get you on the 2-piece Tuesday like yesterday. Like,
Okay.
Meet up on
I'm just in shock.
I would bring
It's
you.
gonna be a special edition.
So Gym Day, and then get a 2-piece Tuesday.
Maybe
I
Ghost.
don't think that's how it works. You're
Maybe-
supposed to do the 2-piece before the gym.
Well, not if Ghost start doing
Protein.
like Planet Fitness. Maybe they'll start serving fried chicken in there. You know, because you
Planet
know.
Fitness serve chicken?
No, they got the pizza.
They do
Oh.
pizza.
Like that's better.
Yeah, right.
Like they be like, hey,
They do
this
pizza.
customer appreciation has some donuts.
They do pizza
What?
every
What
first
the
Monday.
hell?
That's why you keep coming.
At the gym is pizza.
Yeah. Okay. Every
Just like the
first-
dentist gives you candy afterwards.
See
So-
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Repeat business.
Yep.
Okay.
Cycle.
Every time they
You
throw.
got your teeth clean. Here's the goddamn jawbreaker. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Snap that shit.
Right?
Well, shoot, just we know 500 got a mission today, so and we know we gave y'all a lot of heat here today. Y'all got any gospel y'all want to drop on them?
In regards to what? Business or relationship?
Business,
Everything.
gospel,
All of the
anything
above.
that you want to leave them with
All
today.
of the above.
Oh, well, I just want to tell people, live your dream. Don't let nothing deter you from it. Don't let people make you believe you can't do whatever it is you want to do. It's your life. Live your life.
Hot sauce on fried chicken.
That's what Rihanna and them said.
Hey, with that being said, y'all had any short gospel y'all need to just put out there? Anybody?
I want to say thanks for 500 for coming through again.
Amen.
Showing
Thanks
us
for
some
having
love.
us.
Showing us some love. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get them on that
Popeyes.
That Popeye
Yeah.
Tuesday.
That's a real thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Next time you come,
We need to have them.
Look, hey, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I gotta get
Hey,
some Popeyes.
we need a
Yeah.
report. So we're gonna have to have a report next time y'all come through. We're gonna have to have a
No.
report.
There ain't gonna be no report. Just how we did the drink test today.
Oh, we gonna do some chicken test?
It ain't even gonna be no text. It's gonna be Popeyes. It's gonna say it big and big letters on the side of it, and it ain't gonna be nothing text about it. I'm gonna say this is what you call fried chicken.
What the Popeye? Love that chicken from Popeye.
Love that chicken from Popeye.
I can't wait. I'm a hungry motherfucker right now.
See, I might give me a rooster pit so when they come back through.
Wait a minute.
But anyway, we'll talk about that.
That was a rooster.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Is it a dog or a chicken?
It's your monkey in the circus.
So she sure can't talk. She sure can't talk.
You get it on your way out.
Lynneopoly, you got anything to say as we're in our closing remarks of this service?
No.
Like
I guess next time we're gonna get to the guess the lyrics part, but yeah.
Coming soon to a pod. We gonna be podding near you. But yeah, we out this thing, big baby. Y'all know to go ahead and hit us at 100%velvet@gmail.com. If you need to get a hold of the SA Wildchild, I'll say it this time. SA Wildchild.
Oh, hell no. What is wrong? I don't even trust him.
He jealous, man. He jealous.
I don't know you.
You know why he doing that? He jealous, man.
He's salty, bro.
Jealous.
I don't like her saying your email.
He capping right now.
Say my email.
Watch this. I don't know.
They don't know. They don't know.
I'm not about to say it. Just go ahead and just say SA Wildchild.
SA Wildchild.
No.
Look, I'll put a different effect next time.
Hey, he capping like Kodak.
Look,
You know what I'm saying? At least let me say mine.
Go for it. Maybe you got a better voice.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's all you.
That's sawildchild@gmail.com.
Or you can reach me at ScorpionKing3305@gmail.com.
There you go.
Y'all go get yourself some merch. Go join the Facebook group. We got some good contests coming up this week. And it's about time for y'all to get some 500 in your cup. We'll tell y'all how that's going to happen in the group. Join the Facebook group once again. Velvet Vibes Podcast. No funny shit, no funny nothing. But make sure you put a Z at the end of the word vibes. Holler at your boy.
500 in your cup.